So this is the second video in this series. If you haven't watched the first one about the foundation, you need to go back and watch that and then come back to the brow section, because today we're doing the brows. Today we are going to use Eylure. Eylure now do brow products. Lots of them. They do pencils. I've got some pencils here as well. But we're going to concentrate on using their little kit. So in the kit, if I can get it open, I like the fact that it's navy and not black. So in this kit, you get your little brush. You've got the gel, the powder, and then you've also got a highlighter. This is obviously for clean up and to make it sharper. You're going to use the powder with the sponge side, and then obviously this brush is for your gel and your coloured powder for your brow. I will go through this and explain as I go. I've got two colours here. I'm going to use the darker colour. Ooh, I'm going to use this darker colour on the outside of the brow, and then the paler colour towards the centre. Now Kaylee has got her eyebrows microbladed. I'm slightly jealous because I want mine microbladed. If anybody wants to microblade my eyes, just let me know. Oh, not my eyes, not my eyes, my eyebrows. Microblading is like
miniature blades.
It's like
cut into
they're
the
like needles, aren't they? They're like tiny ones, and it looks like a blade.
Yeah, when you look at it, it's 3 little blades that they score the skin with, and then the ink goes in the score. But because it's a blade, the point of the blade is a lot finer than that of a needle, so it's a lot finer than the tattooing.
Right.
There you go.
Okay.
Whereas mine are tattooed on, blocked. So Kaylee's got the little
hair strokes.
Right.
hair strokes like that.
Because without the microblading, I have 0 brows.
Really?
Literally, I have a line.
So the brush that you get, so I find it quite fat. So I don't think it goes to quite a point because there's a lot of bristles there. It doesn't go to a fine enough point. I think it'd be great for applying the actual shadow, but when we put the gel on, I want something a little bit more precise. So I am choosing to use this brush, which is from Benefit's Eyebrow. Now this is just a sample size one. This isn't a full size. The full size one's quite fancy smancy. They're both a slanted brush, but one is so fine. I'm going to use this one to put the gel on. Okay, I will carry on and you can see exactly what I'm talking about. We're gonna put the paler colour on towards the centre. So we're gonna use the gel, and then every time I go to put this on the skin, I make sure that this is in a nice point. So I'm making sure I pull it into a point. You can see that it's nice and thin still. With this brush, you can get really fine little lines. So we can create those little hairs. But only if you keep the brush nice and pinched. Now, you can probably see why I'm not using that brush. I would never get that fine line. It's great for doing a big block, but to do those fine lines, it's just not small enough. Okay, so, and then we're gonna pull this through here, the bottom, and the top, and we're literally just going to stroke that through those hairs there. This can be slightly more blocked. By blocked, I mean filled in. This is my favourite brush. And I use it as a clean-up brush, just to make anything a little bit more perfect. I have no idea where it's from. It's super cover. It's it's broken and everything, but I love it that much and it's lasted me ages. The bristles are fantastic. I'm going to use the darker colour now. So I'm going to load the brush. Make sure it's in a nice point. Adding some slightly darker hairs there where that natural eyebrow finishes, just to fill in that gap a little bit. And then we're going to line the brow now. Right, so we're going to outline the top and also bottom here. We're going to put the powder on now, so I'm going to put the paler powder here. I am going to use the brush that is provided. The brush is quite good because it does sort of like comb through the hairs because they're quite stiff. So it's good for putting the powder on. So the powder will obviously stick to the gel. And I believe that everything goes a little bit darker once it sticks to the gel. Okay, I am going to use the darker powder now towards the outer edge of the brow. What I'm going to use now, I've just took the packet off, just took the wrapper off. Eylure Brow Contour. This is the blonde one, which means that this side is the blonde brown. But that's not the side I'm actually going to use. I'm going to use this side. So this is going to sculpt that brow to make it on point. Right, so I'm going to take this and we're going to edge the brow. So you can see that it immediately makes it more sharp. And then we're just going to do a little bit around the edge as well, at the top. Now I'm going to take my favourite brush. Well, one of my favourite brushes. I bet you're thinking, God, Kirsty, you've got some favourite brushes. Okay, I have a selection of favourite brushes. All right, this is one of them. I am just literally going to blend that slightly. And then because this is like a wax consistency, when we put the pale powder on, it will highlight and make it even sharper. And then we're going to use this little brush again. This spongy bit. Yeah, I forgot what it's called for a second.
I'll help you out.
You help me out with this English language stuff. Right, so we're using the pale powder. I better show you because you won't know what the hell I'm talking about. Here we are. You can see that the powder will start to set the wax that is on there. I don't think that this is the best way to put this on. I'm going to show you another way because I think it's too cakey. Yeah? I don't know if you can see that. I think it's a bit cakey. So I'm going to do it differently because I can. And I will wait. Right. I'm going to put it on with the brush because I think it's going to feather it a little bit better. And blend it and not look so caked in hard. And you're going to put that all where you have put the contouring highlighter wax. So all around the edge. Right, I'm just going to dust off any excess now. Just so there's no excess powder. I'm just going to blend a little bit of that colour down. And then you would be ready to rock and apply your eye makeup or obviously your lipstick and things like that. But we're going to show you what it looks like. A done brow and a undone brow. As you can see, we have a normal natural brow, and then we've got a on point brow. Fierce. It's so sharp it could cut through.
Haters.
Oh yes. High five to that one. Overall, I am pretty damn impressed with the Eylure products. The only thing I would say is that brush is just a little bit too fat to do the little tiny hairs, but I suppose that's not what it's made for. It's made to do just a general blocked brow. But obviously you've got the pencils and everything like that to make it really sharp. The combination of these products will get you an amazing brow. At the beginning of the brow, where the bulb is, I created those little fine hair strokes, which we all love, using the two different colours, fading slightly, and then I went into a blocked brow using the little Eylure kit. Added the powder, made it all sharp, and then we went round with the brow contour pencil, making it all nice and sharp and shebang, making it as sharp as a knife. And then we continued with the powder to set the wax, and there you have it. As sharp as a mofo eyebrow. I hope that's helped you to create some on point eyebrows using the Eylure product, which I found absolutely amazing. If you want to continue and see how we created this cut crease gorgeous eye, check out the next video, guys. My Stoke-on-Trent upbringing is just so amazing.
People are starting to comment on the video saying,
Are they, about the accent?
Stoke-on-Trent education isn't that bad, Kirsty. Because she always blames Stoke-on-Trent education.
My Stoke-on-Trent education was amazing. However, maybe I just wasn't there all the time. Okay, I hope my dad doesn't see this.
It's only
Yeah,
your accent.
it's my accent. People can't understand what I'm saying because of my accent. It's not because I can't speak English.
You do have your own vocabulary.
I have my own language, yes, I do.